Top of the morning to you. Thank you once again for keeping it locked on 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio, your state's number one family radio station. Good morning to you. And thank you once again for joining us and for choosing the radio station. It's open early, 6:32 a.m. right here from our studio. And today is the 14th day in the month of August, 2026. My name is Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo. Perspectives Unlimited is live on radio to help you make sense of all that is happening in Nigeria, especially the major ones, as time permits us to look at today. You're most welcome to the program. We bring the program to you every day of the week from Monday up until Friday, with the weekend edition on Saturday called the Roundtable at 8 o'clock to 9:30 on Saturday morning, so you don't want to miss that tomorrow. Let's begin the day by taking you through the top stories making the rounds in Nigeria for today. This morning we have the Punch and the Vanguard newspaper. Let's begin with the Punch. 2027 Makinde picks ex-DSS DG Daura as a running mate, rallies opposition. 2027 Abiodun Daniel trade fresh blows over political allegiance. And now to the state that shines bright this season as regards the gubernatorial election, that is Osun State. Gulf poll. Police lock down Osun. DIG 30 CPs deployed. Let's look at the three riders attached to the story. Police says 34 illegal guns seized. Helicopter, drone unit on surveillance across Osun. The army to seal state borders from midnight. Mobile courts ready for offenders. One killed, two injured as Tinubu vows peaceful election. INEC urges party to honor peace accord. On page 28, State Police Bill. Presidency extends public submission to the 21st of August. And finally, on the Punch for this morning, Edo records 70 child defilement cases, fathers top offenders, on page 5. Now let's begin with the Vanguard on the flip side of it. For today, feeding crisis rocks Nigeria presents. The photo stories there, and the meal looks very ridiculous. Hopefully time will permit us to scratch the surface of that story. Back to Osun State, factors that will decide Adeleke Oyebanji Salami orders fate. 2027 are tax bigger than winning. Makinde picks ex-DSS DG as his running mate. Drug war. Ogun Customs hands over 16.7 billion naira cannabis to NDLEA. Well, to the good news on the Vanguard today, Nigeria's refineries will soon bounce back. From who? You'll find out when we start the show. Says we will soon publish how subsidy savings is being utilized on page 37. State Police Presidential Working Group extends deadline for memoranda. You find it on page 8. On the same page, xenophobia, no request received yet from South Africa on repatriation cost, says federal government. On page 19, recapitalization, NIA backs Nalcom as 7 more insurance firm clear hurdle. And finally, on page 9, 2027 poll, heed our warnings on hate speech. HHRC tells the federal government. Right, that's all time can permit us to look at this morning on the program Perspectives Unlimited. Be reminded that we're streaming live on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wells Radio 893 FM fan page on Facebook, Wells Radio 893 FM. Live on Facebook, you can catch up with us right there. Watch the live video. And of course, you can share your thought and perspective with us on the program this morning. All you need to do is to drop your comment in the comment area live on our Facebook page so we can take your thought when it is time to review some of the reports of comments that we have on the show for today. You're welcome to the program. We're live also on our website and all streaming platforms, www.wellsradio893.com, and also find us on YouTube, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Good morning to you and happy Friday. We'll take a moment. We'll be right back.
Tí a bá tún gbúrò akọ́ọ̀dù kankan nílé Zambia. Ìbò tá a máa dì í. Ìbò ilé ẹ̀rìkọ́ọ̀dù mi ò kẹlẹ sọ́ọ̀tì níbi. Ìgbà tá a sọ, a ní fìlà burúkú dáńdé, fìlà yẹ́lò fìlà jẹ́ńdìsì, fìlà ẹranko, ẹranko ló pààyàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Èló ló ti rí tí APC pa. Àbẹ̀yìn ẹ̀yìn kọ́ ní gbogbo àwọn tó ń pa yìí. So àti dé àti wá sọ fún yín. Títí dọjọ́ ìbò tí a bá rí wọn, ó pa ni o. Àwọn ìlú máa wò.
What was sent to you by Davido and their group and their this thing is an AI something. I spoke in Yoruba, and unfortunately many of you did not understand the parables in Yoruba. I told them we started the story from February 2025, local government elections. 4 of my people were killed, while 60 had bullet wounds on their bodies. Till today, nobody was arrested. What I said, after killing 12 people alone today, by these same people, by this Solo Iwara, masterminded by all these people I'm mentioning. You people don't know what is the value of children. When you people die, it is with parents that we are weeping. I'm a father, and I have my own child. Demola has his own children here, in either here and there.
Welcome back to the program. Once again, thank you for joining us on the show for this morning. This is 89.3 FM Wells Radio, your preferred wholesome radio and your state number one family radio station. My name is Ayo. Great morning to you. And of course, with me this morning on the show to help us look at the top stories for the weekend, Mr. Lalikosoni. Good morning to you and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Chief.
Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I trust you're doing good to you as well.
I believe so. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on the program for today. All right. There are too many stories in the news this morning for us to look at. But as always, when we have the time and then that kind of story, we like to backtrack a bit for the Friday edition. Let's talk about Senator Fadaunsi. I just played a voice bite there. Two of them, two different times. Hopefully I'll play that again when we take a break. Because I know there are so many Nigerians that haven't heard or seen the video, making the rounds where the senator said something connected to killing. A lot of people must have heard a senator said something about killing people, but I played that a while ago. But in one of the interviews on national television, Professor Dr. Fadaunsi or Senator Fadaunsi referred to that footage as AI doctored, AI made. When at the beginning of the video, we heard the voice of the senator there saying that people should record him, a film in me, he said it in Yoruba, and then whatever he said, he mentioned there. Well, right after that, the governor of Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke, now seek Fadaunsi's arrest over video calling for killing of Accord members. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun has called for the immediate arrest and prosecution of Senator Francis Fadaunsi, representing the Osun East Senatorial District, over a viral video in which he called for the killing of Accord party members and their family members ahead of Saturday's election tomorrow. Adeleke made the demand yesterday during a press briefing in Osogbo, where he raised fresh concerns over alleged security operations against Accord party leaders ahead of the governorship election tomorrow. Mr. Lalikosoni is from Ilesha in Osun State. I'm not sure if you took this personal. Well, let's get your thoughts in. By the way, the election in Osun is tomorrow. Are you going home to vote? If you're not going home to vote, why? Well, you're not on some form of talk show, but a subtle interrogation wouldn't be bad.
Absolutely no problems. Thank you very much. Well, let me start with the latter question. I am not going home to vote simply because I do my voting business in Ibadan here. I currently reside in Ibadan, so Ibadan is my place of voting for now, and for that reason, I will not be voting at home. Yes, I am from Ilesha, and Fadaunsi is an Ijeshaman as well, not directly from Ilesha. He's actually from Ilashe Ijesha, one of the suburbs of Ilesha town. But, by all means and standards, he's an Ijeshaman, and he embarrassed himself, he embarrassed his family, he embarrassed Ilashe, he embarrassed Ijesha land, and the entire senatorial district consisting of Ilesha, Ife, and the suburbs under the two major cities. It is an embarrassment. There is no way you can rationalize this. He said that they have been killing APC members as well. Well, records show that members of a certain party, the Accord party, are usually the victims. I said it, I think yesterday or so, that yes, it's not just Accord party members that are being killed, but Accord party members constitute 90% of those who are being killed. And if that's the case, we already know who the culprit is. Even if APC members are all the victims, there is nothing that justifies what Mr. Fadaunsi said. Rather, being a serving senator, all he could have done was to reach out to the Inspector General of Police, the AIG in charge of Oyo and Oshun, who actually stays in Oshogbo, not Ibadan, Oshogbo there, the Commissioner of Police, the area commander, the DPO. These are legitimate channels that you can use to say, okay, they are killing our members. These are the people we have identified as people killing our members. Do your own investigation, and at the end of the day, prosecute these people. Not that you now say, oh, start killing them, when in reality we know who the victims are. They are majorly not members of the APC. A mass killing, yes, mass killing happened in Elisha 3 days ago. And something totally unheard of in the history of this country happened. 4 people were in a particular location. Strange people came, shot them dead. And before leaving, they wore the cap of a certain political party on them to make it look as if it's members of a particular party that are being killed. But people saw everything. I have spoken to people who saw exactly what happened. So you cannot be playing that type of foolish politics and think that people are not going to know what you are doing, because it's the era of technology. And as regards Mr. Afadams is saying that what he said was AI, that's a very, very big nonsense, and I'm totally disappointed. See, if you do something bad, you should own up that I have done something bad. That is, if you are bold. He didn't just say what he said in any baseless location. He said it at the palace of Owa of Ijeshaland in Elisha. I mean, he said it with his own mouth. Record me, film me, meaning he knew exactly what he wanted to say before he said it. So now he shouldn't now run away from his own shadow, because it is everywhere. What is most disappointing is that the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has not said anything. Place this side by side with what Natasha said or did, and you can see that. I mean, it's a world apart, and yet they brought a heavy gavel on Natasha's head to smash her head. Right now, they haven't said anything. That's number one. The Nigeria police said that, okay, they were going to invite him to come and explain himself the following day. A couple of weeks ago, they invaded the house of the, Secretary of State Government of Osun State. And the guy, despite the fact that they didn't find anything incriminating as far as I'm concerned, he spent the night at the police command. Someone who said, go and kill all of them, that's hate crime. He was invited, he wasn't arrested. He was asked to arrive at 11 a.m. in the morning. He didn't come until 5 minutes to 3 in the afternoon. And guess what? He left before 5 o'clock. Someone who said, go and kill them, and someone who didn't comment on the offense. One spent the night, one went. And, like I said yesterday, we are not even sure if we went there to eat pounded yam and oshiki, because we didn't see what happened. It was behind closed doors. Had it been that they had charged him to court and we saw everything in court, we would have, okay, this is what they are charging the guy with, stuff like that. But they didn't tell us anything, and nothing has happened since then. The federal government has not said anything. The Ministry of Justice should have taken it up at that particular point in time, but I'm not surprised. But Alati has not said anything meaningful.
What are the indications, or what is this saying? The election in Osun is tomorrow. The governor of the state is calling for the arrest, even though we haven't seen any, like you said there. What is this saying to you as to what the Osun election would look like tomorrow?
I wouldn't like to use my mouth to say negative things, but things are going to be red hot tomorrow. We, in the past, didn't see this type of activity until maybe the election day itself. I am from that part of the country, so I've been following exactly what has been happening there. For 2 weeks now, it has been a case of daily killing.
And that's the major concern, as we approach the general elections, which is just a few months away. And then Osun election, 15th of August tomorrow. And then we've seen all kinds of killings. What does this hold for the general election and even the election tomorrow? The governor of the state is not even outside of probably the pressure of whether he's going to return or not, the pressure of what kind of Osun will I be living if the people may not be re-electing the governor, and the state of security in the state is really concerning right now.
Right now, we are not just contesting in Osun. I mean, we're not just voting in Osun right now. It's mini general election for me. It carries a lot of weight for the party at the center. They know that should they lose this election, their morale, their tempo is going to drop, and it may affect their health when it comes 2027. So that is why it's the last. It's the last of the staggered elections before the main election, and for that reason, they don't want to lose momentum at all. They want to do everything possible. Yesterday, I can tell you that some two parties were sharing money in Elisha, even before the election. Just show me your PVC. One was giving 10,000, the other was giving 15,000, and it was not.
Do that still work? Do people still accept them and follow them?
Well, I would advise people not to go near such money at all, because I don't know if you have seen the video of a woman who was saying, if you collect our rice and you don't vote for us, such and such will happen to your children. I have seen instances where people collected such money and terrible things happened to them. I am very serious about that. Terrible things happen to them. So it's best for you to not to go near the money at all. If you want to vote for whichever party, it's your prerogative. You are free to do whatever you want to do. But if you are doing it based on rice or gari or stuff like that, money, you are playing a very nasty gamble. What I'm trying to say now is this: knowing that the party at the center is doing everything it can to snatch Osun from the Accord party, and well, I'm not campaigning for Ademola Adeleke. I never liked him, and I still don't like some of his styles, but the people of Osun love him. And I do not know if I were to vote in Osun State, I'll be voting for him. I can endure some of his childish characters, but if you look at performance, no governor comes close in Osun State. Despite the fact that what he has done is...
Not even Aregbesola, not even Oyetola.
As far as I'm concerned, Aregbesola is the worst person to have governed Osun State, because he literally destroyed that state.
Not even Bisi Akode.
What did he do, apart from building a secretariat? Did he do nothing? Nothing. So, despite the fact that most of what he did happened in Ede, which happens to be his hometown, he managed to play a very beautiful trick. He gave each and every of those major towns something they never had. A couple of days ago, he commissioned a flyover at Ife. They never had something like that. A dual carriage came to Elisha. Aregbesola is from Elisha. He didn't bring anything of that nature. He delivered. I mean, talking about Ademola here. It's going to be extremely difficult for anybody to beat him if it's going to be one man, one vote. I would rather say it's impossible at this particular
If
point.
Ademola Adeleke wins tomorrow, what does that, what would that victory, if, Ademola Adeleke wins the election, what would that victory hold for the Accord Party? Knowing that, your state, there's also a major contender from the same political party. Let's look at that very quickly.
For the Accord Party, I don't see the Accord Party doing anything at the center, nothing meaningful at the center. But all National Assembly positions in Osun and all House of Assembly positions in Osun are likely going to go the Accord way.
Party,
for Oyo, it's going to embolden Oyo. It is going to, right now, despite the fact that I have a lot of reservations as regards, character of the guy, he is a major frontrunner. That's just the truth of the matter. I am a political strategist. I understand what is happening. He is a major frontrunner. And part of the reasons why that is because there is no major politician, apart from the APC guy who has issues within his own party. There is no well-known household popular politician flying the flag of any major political party right now. So things may work for the party in Oyo as well. But for the APC, it is, like I said, going to weaken them. They may not know how to govern. They may not understand how to effectively manage a political space territory, but they understand tricky politics a whole lot. Dirty politics is their hallmark. It is their calling. I only hope and pray that they are not going to do something foolish by going full throttle to say whether you vote for us, whether you do not vote for us, we are going to emerge. I keep saying it that as far as I'm concerned, the party was declared as governor in Kogi State. The party was declared as governor in Edo State. What happened in Edo State did not, in my opinion, reflect the wishes and desires of the people of Edo State, just like in Kogi State. Nigeria is now at a point where people are extremely tired. They are tired of what is happening at the center. And it would be injurious to our national security, democracy itself in Nigeria, should a party at this particular point in time say, to hell with you, irrespective of who you vote for, we are going to declare this person. Nobody can tell what's going to happen at the end of the day, should that happen. And I should say something here. For police officers and high-neck officials who may want to be used for something like that, a certain guy who was ACP for a long time, DCP for a long time, DCP for a very short period, rose within a flash to become DIG, was used to manipulate the votes in Edo State. In my opinion, the guy was embarrassed out of service eventually. So if you're a police officer, if you're an INEC official, if you're a professor who would be the one to declare the result, know exactly what you are doing, because at the end of the day, should something happen to you, it is going to happen to you alone.
Just you and
and your head.
Let's talk about security before we take a break. Police lockdown Osho, DIG, 30 CPs deployed. The Nigeria Police Force on Thursday said as many as 30 commissioners of police would be on duty during the election in Osho. This was disclosed by the Force Public Relations Officer, CSP, Inedu, while addressing journalists in Oshogbo. Governor Demola Adeleke Bola Oyebanji of the APC, the African Democratic Congress candidate, Najim Salam, led the race for the state top job. Inedu, who said the police commenced the deployment of its personnel 3 weeks before the poll, and said the DIG of police would coordinate security activities during the election. According to him, over 15,000 police operatives would be on duty during the poll, noting that a police helicopter and drone unit had arrived in the state to conduct the area surveillance. I'm going to ask a question now, and when we come back right after the break, I would want you to chime in on that question. When we have elections in Nigeria, you see a good number of the police units moving to the particular state. According to a report here, 15,000 to Osho. Even in the army, a good number would also be redeployed.
Civil defense.
And civil defense across, paramilitary. All of that would be reassigned to Osho to enforce security in that area. What happens to other areas of the country if 15,000 policemen and some, other security operative move to a particular state? I'd want us to talk about that in a moment, and how sustainable is that security structure in a state or nation where school students and teachers were abducted for a good number of weeks,
almost
and
2 months.
this was done in a flash without any security intervention. We'll look at that when we come back right after the break. Please stay with us.
Thinking of an all-in-one digital platform that fits your lifestyle and makes everyday payments simple, reliable, and fast?
Oh, wow! Yes, please.
Allow me introduce you to BillStation, your one-stop digital payment solution for individuals and businesses. Built to simplify payments and services for millions across Africa. With BillStation, you can buy cheap airtime and data, pay electricity bills, send money instantly, make online payments, and book flights and hotels. Enjoy our overseas airport pickup services, interstate bus ticket sales, and event tickets, all on BillStation. Fast, simple, reliable.
Wow, that's amazing.
Visit www.thebillstation.com. Download the BillStation app on the Apple App Store or Android Google Play and get welcome bonuses when you sign up. Enjoy fast customer support and a seamless user experience every time. Get in touch with us today.
Email thebillstation175@gmail.com or sales@thebillstation.com.
WhatsApp 091-6858-1914. BillStation. Your world, your money, one station.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. Thank you for joining us this morning on the show Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Remember, we're live on Facebook where you can drop your comment and thoughts, and in a moment we'll be looking at that. Also, you can phone in live into the studio 0916 893 1000 and 0915 333 893, and also 0911 333 893, 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 893, and also 0911 333 893. Now, before the break, I mentioned 15,000 police operatives would be on duty during the polling or show. Is this the picture of the number of policemen we have in our show? Do we have up to 15,000 policemen in our show? If that's the case, then this should not bother anyone. But if we do not have up to 15,000 policemen, and of course the number of military personnel and paramilitary personnel assigned to coordinate security functions in our show, then what happens to the areas where these security men and women, as the case may be, were extracted from? Isn't this exposing Nigeria to more security threat while we're trying to enforce in the other? Let's get your thoughts on this.
Thank you very much, Chief. In my opinion, Osun State is currently being militarized. Let's start with the number of CPs that you are going to have there. 30 CPs in Osun State. What happen? Like, what exactly is the problem? 30 CPs 30 commissioners of police in just one state because of election. That tells you clearly that they are not leaving anything to chance as regards getting whatever I believe they want. That's that. As regards having 15,000, up to 15,000 police personnel in Osun before today, I doubt that. And the reason is that we have been told countless times that their numerical strength across the country is around 400,000. The president said something around November of last year that police personnel will no longer be used for security stuff. But I still saw police officers, in fact, the color of their cap tells a lot. I still saw counter terrorism officers doing private security for a guy using private number less than 2 weeks ago.
Let's take this call very quickly. Hello, good morning to you. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, sir. Ruth calling from Malakia.
Thank you, Ruth, for calling us.
Yes, sir. As regards the Osun election, I will just keep urging INEC and security agencies to remain neutral, protect voters, and ensure a free, fair, and peaceful election. But the people's choice must be respected, and our people should reject anything like vote buying and refuse to be used by politicians to cause violence, because Osun deserves better. God bless Osun State. God bless Well FM. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ruth. Hopefully, people get your advice.
So if a good number of them are still doing private security, there is hardly a way they can have up to 15,000 in Osun. So if you have a state command, not for any reason should you have two commanders in one command. You should have just one commander, which is the commissioner of police. But right now, you are having 30. Are you now saying Osun has 30? Okay.
Yes, so how many states are involved in that way? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Odejai.
Odejai, Miriam. Okay, good morning, Miriam from Odejai. Yeah.
I hope that everyone involved will be able to do their part in the right way. Just like the last caller said, we should not fall for cheap things like 5 bucks of rice, 5,000 naira. In short, they should have their vote. INEC should also live up to expectations, and security agencies must protect everybody on ground. Because I believe that Osun State is a peaceful state, and if they have a credible election, then it's a win for everybody. So everyone must contribute their quota. I wish them best of luck. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to you too.
I mean, why would you have 30 commanders in just one it's not making sense. Everything right now isn't making sense. Everything isn't making sense. And you now said you asked two questions. Number one is that if we are doing that in Osun, why didn't we do that in the local government? That's number one. Number two, what's the fate of other Nigerians not in Osun State right now?
Absolutely.
Number one is that Osun has more than enough security, and that alone in itself is a source of insecurity. Because everybody will be terrified.
Which can also hinder, people coming out to vote.
Yes,
okay.
I believe it is going to affect that, and that is, in my opinion, one of the ideas of managing the situation. That if the people do not come out to vote, then it's going to be easy to if they want to do one or two things, it's going to be easy to do that. That's that again. And finally, as regards the fate of, the fate of the other people living in Nigeria, we are currently used to bad things. It's a daily affair when it comes to killing in Nigeria. 2 here, 5 there, 7 there. So Nigeria is being governed like, as far as I'm concerned, a psychiatric facility where just anything goes, and more things will continue to go until we change the trajectory of this country. Now, they didn't do this type of stuff in Osun State. I didn't hear that. In Oyo State, already local government, they didn't move 30 CPs to Oyo. They didn't move 1 DIG to Oyo and stuff like that. It tells you our priority in this country. We place more emphasis on elections and making sure people are in government rather than ensuring that government works for the people. Because if they had deployed 30,000 15,000 police officers, 55,000 soldiers, and all of that, nobody would have complained. I wouldn't have complained. But they didn't do that.
Let's pick this call. Good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, sir.
John, calling from Ibadan here.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. Election is war here in Nigeria. 30 commissioners of police. Let them to balance it now to 36 commissioners of police. They should balance it. When Ghana is doing their own election, students will be going to school. Workers will be going to work. We will be on holiday. House arrest because we'll be afraid to come out. If you don't have your voter's card, don't come out. That is where we are. That is the level we are. That is how we want to be. May God have mercy on Nigeria.
Amen.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Thank you so much for calling us.
That is it.
All
They
right.
know exactly what they are doing, and I hope and pray that the people can see through the stratagem that they have put in place, so that they can come out and neutralize the fake, the horrible stratagem.
Hopefully.
Hello,
good morning, Mr. George.
Yeah, this is George calling you from Olugwe.
Good morning to you, sir.
If what we are hearing now is what this present administration is doing, then it's adding up to their not being able to take care of the masses of this country. They cannot then defend their ineffectiveness in administration of politics in Nigeria. So even if they are able to win the Oshu election, the world will know that this administration under the leadership of President Tinubu is not for the masses.
It is well. All right. Thank you, Mr. George. Thank you so much. Let's move away from Osho very quickly. Tomorrow is all about Osho, and of course, more developing stories would come in, before the end of today, as regards happening in Osho. State Police Bill Presidency extends public submission to the 21st of August. The Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill has extended the deadline for the submission of memoranda and position papers on the proposed legislation to Friday, 21st of August 2026 at 5 p.m. West African time. The Punch earlier reported that the presidency on Wednesday announced that the public submission would close by 5 p.m. on Thursday, 13th of August. In a statement, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, on Thursday said the extension was intended to ensure that interested individuals, institutions, and organizations have adequate opportunity to make substantive contributions to the proposed legislation. Are you submitting any paper on this? And help us understand the reason for this extension.
Thank you. I am too knowledgeable to submit any paper. I can't even give them a toilet roll. If you want to do things like this, it's the duty of the National Assembly to collect papers, and this is not the time to do that because they have already passed it. They should have asked for our input before they passed it. That was when people could, according to the law, have the
That's when you should be able
opportunity
to put in something, one or two.
before you receive everything together at the National Assembly. That's okay, we are passing it. The House of Reps, the House of Reps has passed it. The Senate has passed it. Now you are telling us to come and what exactly are we dropping? Okay, after the call.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, Mr. Salami from Aoto.
God bless you, brother. How are you,
Bless you
sir?
too. I'm well, thank you. Yeah.
All right, sir. Good morning, Mr. Concerning.
Good morning, sir.
For me, sir. For me, concerning Osho election, I think it's first to start saying that Osho is gradually becoming notorious for election violence, and it seems to me that you cannot actually divert
Ojo election from violence and shadow. For me, it's the military body has locked down Osun. But beyond that, I think it's the people gladiators there that need to actually be reoriented. Let me tell you this. Allegedly, but confirmed, President Tinubu from Osun State, allegedly. But definitely, there are people that are trying to protect his interest that if you get laugh on Mr. President to believe for party to use his state, at the same time, the party, another possible gladiator too. I just believe that people will find the common ground in order to protect their citizens rather than putting them to danger every election time. It's sad. So people ask, people gladiators too, to actually talk to themselves and put their state in order. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Salami. Well, we're talking about the adjustment stories at the same time. The
presidential
and the paper submission papers. And all of that. Okay, before you do that, there's another call here. Good morning. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
This is Adenka from Muslim.
Thank you, Adenka.
Yeah, concerning election, I just want all the people of Washington to come out in mass tomorrow and vote their choice. So no matter the intimidation, they should come out and vote their choice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. The paper. So you at this moment, you think whatever submission or whatever is just some form of formality
formality. That's number one. Number two, I don't even think they're interested in doing it anymore. I used to say this. Looking at what they had been doing for some time, that they were not interested in. But when the traction was so massive, and in my opinion, they felt like we just had to do something. That was when they said, "Okay, we are going to give you state police." But looking at what they are doing, it looks like they are not interested in giving state police. Actually, number one is that it should follow a pattern. A bill should come from the presidency or from the National Assembly itself. The National Assembly takes over. They deliberate, they ask people to come and submit not even submit, you come and talk. If you want to submit a paper, fine. If you want to talk, that is actually the better part of, the better way to do it. There is a room in the National Assembly called the Public Hearing Room. Go there, say what you want to say. Then legislators are going to make everything become law, part of that law. Then they pass it for presidential assent. Now they have passed it. It is with the presidency right now. What we should be talking about is that it should have gone to the presidency at all from the National Assembly. It should have gone to the state houses of assembly for ratification. After 2/3 of them ratify it, then it now goes to the president for assent. Now the National Assembly has passed it. It went to the president, to the presidency, which is totally abnormal. The presidency is now asking us to bring in inputs. At what point do you want to inject the inputs after it has been passed?
To the president.
It's not making sense, and it's a shame that someone.
Why do you think?
It's a shame that someone who's up here. It's a shame that someone who spent 20 years in the National Assembly, framed by Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo, 2003 to 2000.
Do you think this is an audition
of nonsense,
or
it is a charade? It's in my opinion, it's intended to bamboozle the people, make them believe that we are actually working for you. Elections are around the corner. We all know what happened. We can still remember what happened when the House of Reps passed the one they passed initially before the presidency said they should cancel that and pass another one. The Senate said, okay, we would look into this, but not now because you want to go and prepare for primary elections. That's just primary elections. General elections are around the corner. Won't they go on that recess again? They will. So at that point, who is going to
So my next question would be that is Nigeria going to get state police before the election?
From the look of things, it looks like we are not going to get it. And again, I should say that if you are not doing it the way you should get it, you should do it, you are not going to get what you should get at the end of the day. So for me, I would rather have a scenario where we do not have state police at all than we have something that is going to look like a state-sponsored terror machine.
Let's say comment on Facebook. Adisuyi Samuel says, good morning. Mr. President has made his refinery promise. We'll take that in a moment. Before, and it ended in waste resources. There are hidden reasons the refineries are not working. The Nigerians don't know. I pray that our leaders govern with fear of God. Working refineries will truly help the country. Ademijuwon Boluwatife, the opposition should do whatever it takes to unseat the current federal government. Makinde choosing a running mate is fine. If it takes a coalition to rescue Nigeria from the worsening economy, insecurity, and other crises, then so be it. We desperately need relief. And finally, Fresh Niger says, regarding the Osun election, I hope everyone involved, voters, INEC, and security officials, will do it justly. We need a credible election. And if everyone performs their role well, it will be victory for all Nigerians. Now let's talk about the big one I call the good news. Well, hopefully it is. Nigeria's refineries will soon bounce back. The president of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, assured Nigerians that the nation's refineries will bounce back. The president also lamented that the expected benefit from the introduction of the compressed natural gas (CNG) are going into the pockets of truck owners. This came as president of the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, Comrade Sulaiman Akoni Oladiti, pleaded with the president to help stop the casualization, of workers in the oil industry. Speaking when he received the open leadership at the Villa, the president said the union has been a very good partner of progress to the government. Well, the president said refineries will bounce back soon. Would like to have your thoughts on that. Good morning. Thank you, Benga Myra. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Benga Myra, calling from Apache.
It's a pleasure.
Well, on the issue of the state police, well, me personally, I don't have believe in the state police anymore because it's been foot dragging. If state police is anything to come by, it must have been implemented by now. Recall that when national anthem was to be changed, it didn't cost, it didn't foot drag like this. So when you have something like this that is foot dragging, and you can't even tell when it's going to be implemented, I'm telling you, it's telling us that its success is going to be dead on arrival because nothing meaningful is going to come out from it. And lastly, on the issue of Osun State election, well, it is what it is. We are going to be personally, I'm going to be monitoring the election tomorrow. I want to tell you that there are going to be a lot of anomalies ranging from vote buying, ranging from harassment by officers. As I'm telling you, but at the end of the day, nothing is going to be done against whatever. There's going to be power crying from our court party. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, nothing is going to come out from it. But the wish of the masses is what you want. But the big question is this: will the wish of the masses in the state come to reality come the election, after the election tomorrow? That's the big question. We think keep our fingers crossed and see what we unfold at the end of the day. Thank you very much and God bless.
Thank you, Benga Meyer. Thank you for calling. Fingers crossed. We'll see what the election result will look like. But still on the refinery promise.
People went to the president.
Do you think it's a good news?
It is not. I'm coming there.
All right.
People went to the president to say something that's actually very, very serious, in my opinion. Association of Oil Workers, Junior Oil Workers, NUPENG, they said that oil companies are not formally employing people, that rather they are doing casualization, which is a scenario where they can be given just a token, a fraction of what they should get, and they can be fired without benefits.
Anytime, yeah.
Any sensible government should pick that up and say, okay, we are going to fight that. But instead, the president said something that, in my opinion, sent Nigerians on a wild goose chase. He said that your refineries are going to work soon. I mean, are they repairing any of the refineries? It's what you repair that becomes functional. That's number one. Number two,
did they go bad in the first place?
They are not working. They are not working.
Maybe that sends the message that it's not bad. Don't worry, to start working soon.
Well, the truth of the matter is that
how many years ago the NNPCL spent?
I know what I am talking about.
Spent money, and
I have intel to suggest that they didn't do anything then. They spent a lot of money, but they didn't do anything then. Nothing worked then, and they are still not working. I'm talking about all four of them. But the government signed something that Nigerians should be screaming over. They went into an arrangement with a Chinese company to revamp 2 of our refineries. You know, we have 2 in Port Harcourt, one of them and one in Warri. The government told us that Nigeria will not be spending a penny on those 2 refineries. So the point now is this: what's the gain of the people doing the refinery, of the people repairing the refinery? What exactly is their gain? They must have something in mind, which they must have informed the government, that the government is not informing us. That is what I want to know. What are the details? Are we ceding the refineries to them? Are we giving them a certain percentage of ownership in the refineries? I mean, the refineries don't belong to the government. They belong to the people of Nigeria. The government should be fair enough to tell us the type of deal that is signed with the Chinese. And, you should be very wary of the Chinese. I said something here yesterday. During the era of Yaradua, they came with a deal to give us $50 billion and, tap crude that would amount to $50 billion into the future. And the government of Yaradua said, no, I'm not doing that. No, I am not doing that. Go away with your money. But right now, we are signing deals that you are not even telling us what the details of the deals are. I mean, that is not how to run a transparent democracy. And that is why a lot of people are saying that we do not have a democracy in this country.
All right, God help us. Thank you so much for your time.
It is always
That's all we can take on the show today. Just like Gbenga said, we're going to be keeping tab on the Osun elections tomorrow. Unfortunately, Mr. Olaliko Sunday is not traveling to Osun. So we're going to be keeping tab of that, and then we're giving you reports. So keep it locked on all our social media platforms for updates of all that will be going down in Osogbo and other areas in Osun State tomorrow. I just hope that the first story tomorrow would not be about some machines from INEC not working, as that has become the chat.
Late arrival.
Yeah, late. Of course, it starts with late arrival. Sometimes, as a newsman, you can stay in the corner of your house and predict what the stories will be like, and when you get on the field, it will play out like that. So, late arrival.
Non-functional machines.
Non-functional machines, not scanning
Low
people's hands. Low turnout will come. And then some security here and there in some places. And then there probably will be power outage when there will be announcement of result. And then IREV would not update as it should. And then someone is going to win the election. And thereafter, everybody's going to move on. I just hope that the Osho election is not going to be like that. It is the beginning of a new Nigeria. You and I will be part of it. So let's do as we want Nigeria to look like. God bless our nation. Good morning, and thank you for listening to the show.
Tired of listening to the same old content? Tune in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, the only radio other radio stations listen to.
Please listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.
Is invincible.
You know the vibes when you tune into Wells Radio. Your preferred Awesome Radio 89.3, they carry me go. I just follow, they carry me go. You know the vibes when you tune into Wells Radio. Your preferred Awesome Radio 89.3, they carry me go. I just follow, they carry me go. Fill your ears with awesome news, make it do my recover you. Dance to the rhythms and all of the blues. Things that you see on 89.3, yeah. I'm a living proof with testimony. So many blessings coming easily. Things that you get on 89.3. Tune into 89.3. You know the vibes when you tune into Wells Radio. Your preferred Awesome Radio 89.3, they carry me go. I just follow, they carry me go. You know the vibes when you tune into Wells Radio. Your preferred Awesome Radio 89.3, they carry me go. I just follow.